Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. I'm Jason. My stretchy, fuzzy little four-legged co-star Frey is right here. We're bringing you today's video. There she is. We're bringing you today's video. Okay. As always, guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We're just a small little family channel, and and we just love to talk about books, and we'd appreciate any support you guys might want to give us. Don't forget to check the links down below. Links to all the authors I'm going to talk about today in our Discord channel. Let's talk about books. Thank you to our patrons and anything else we can think of. We could use the traffic through our Amazon affiliate links, helps us out, but also, you know, all the authors I'm going to talk about today. So today's video, I want to talk about I think it's 10, but my favorite books or series that I read and reviewed on this channel the first half of this year, the first 6 months of this year. Obviously, I'll have one at the end of the year that'll probably deal with the second half of the year, and then beginning of next year, I'll have one that'll deal with the entire year, kind of a roll-up. So, in no particular order, here we go. Problem with Princesses by Macronomicon. Macronomicon so far has written 2 series. Problem with Princesses is the second one. I've read all his books. His writing style is awesome and a lot of fun. And this one has so many pop culture references that are really oddball. It's an interesting premise and it's a ton of fun. So it's a cool series. You know, I think the 3 books have come out so far, but the first one was Problem with Princesses. But Macronomicon, he's a ton of fun. Lit RPG, all kinds of fun. Defiance of the Fall by J.F. Brink. Brink doesn't write anything else but Defiance of the Fall, but each one of them is pretty much the equivalent of 2 to 3 books. They're so long, and he's got up to 8, I think book 9 or 9. It's either book 9 or book 10 that's coming out shortly, and it's hands down my favorite lit RPG series. Awesome, just absolutely amazing series, and I think I've reviewed 2 of them this year. He's pretty prolific, and he gets them out fairly quick, and yet the quality continues to go up. They're just awesome, awesome books. The Thousand Leaves series by Dao Wong. Also a ton of fun. Great. It's a cultivation series. His previous series was Lit RPG, the System Apocalypse series, but this one is a cultivation series, and I think it's better than a Lit RPG series. And System Apocalypse was good. I hated the main character, but overall it was good. Thousand Leaves better. It's phenomenal. Fantastic. The Arcane Academy by Shane Purdy. I've already read... I think he's got 2 books out on it now, and I've read them both. Shane Purdy's rapidly becoming one of my favorite authors as well. But the Arcane Academy was awesome. It was a ton of fun. That was a great book. Not quite lit RPG, fantasy-esque, but with a twist, modern fantasy-esque. It's a cool book. Cool book. You got to check it out. A lot of fun. Okay, I said in no particular order, but this book was actually hands down my favorite and the best book that I read so far this year. The Deep Man by Michael Mersal. What really amazed me about this book is that it's a debut novel. It's a first book this author has written, and yet it was published by a major publisher, and oh my God, was it good. For a debut novel, this book was absolutely fantastic. Science fiction, far future, and yet, you know, we're dealing with interstellar empires, and yet we still managed to, oddly enough, put in sword fights and dueling, and the world and the characters. You know, you've got your nobility and your merchants and your, again, interstellar empires, and your powerful houses, powerful people in a military. Just, I mean, words fail. Just The Deep Man, it was incredible. It was incredible. Very much surprised me. I started reading it and I was just engrossed. And still, even now, because this came out in, I want to say January, February, even now, you know, 4, 5, 6 months later, still the best book I've read this year. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Beware of Chicken by Casual Farmer. Now, Beware of Chicken I read last year, but Beware of Chicken 2 came out this year. So that's why it's making this list. 2 was just as good, if not better, than 1. This series is, oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. It kind of came out of nowhere. I don't even remember how I stumbled across it. And I know I avoided reading the first one for a little while, but when I finally did, holy cow, this book was fantastic, and also helped springboard me to the next one I'm going to talk about. Amazing. Dwarf Chick, it's hilarious, and yet it's good. It's not, you know, a comedy novel, even though it's a riot. It's a cultivation-ish. No, it's a cultivation novel. It's isekai-ish novel. It's oh my god, it's good. It's so good. You just got to read it. It's incredible. And the world building. Beware of Chicken 2 actually expanded on the world and some underlying plots. It's amazing. And amazingly enough, somehow stumbling across Beware of Chicken, once I started talking about it, people started talking about other very similar series, and my Amazon Kindle all of a sudden wanted to just start recommending books about farmers to me, which led to some actually really good books, including the next one, Battle Mage Farmer. Now this is by a major, not a major author, he's still an indie author, but one of the major indie authors, Seth Ring. And holy cow, just as good. Amazing, amazing, amazing book. Again, you got some isekai elements, you've got some lit RPG elements. Awesome, just awesome, incredible book. And I think it was book 4 that I reviewed this year, maybe 3 and 4, but definitely book 4. As it continues to expand out, and now we're just not expanding out the world and the kingdom, and now we're expanding out the universe or the multiverse, and it just keeps getting better every single book. Now, a lot like Casual Farmers, Beware of Chicken, Battle Mage Farmer, as the books go along, some of the side characters and animals end up becoming major characters. In fact, I could very much see, especially with Beware of Chicken, I could see a spin-off series on some of the side characters. The same thing with Battle Mage Farmer. I could see a spin-off series on the adventures of some of these side characters. And I hope he does eventually. Seth Ring is a fantastic author. The Battle Mage Farmer series is my favorite of everything he writes. Reborn Inception. Reborn Inception by Alex Kozlowski. Alex Kozlowski is a fantastic author. Talked about him in the past. Awesome, awesome lit RPG author. The Reborn series. I like the Reborn type of books, but the Reborn Inception, his series, it's like the Tachyon Empire, something along those lines. This series is awesome because it has elements of the Reborn, well, not elements, it is one of those Reborn type of books, but it's in the far future. So it's not your typical where they come back to the beginning of the system integrating on Earth, so modern times, or going back into whatever medieval or fantasy world. In this case, we've got interstellar travel and cybernetics and robot docs and gene editing and powerful AIs and wireless hacking and all that, while still having lit RPG elements and your skills and your personal stats and your strengths and stuff. It's awesome. Alex Kozlowski is great. His world building is fantastic, and this is a great series. The Monster Masseur series, that was fantastic. Really, really, really enjoyed that series. And what I really liked about it was it was a straight trilogy. Really good, but it was just a straight up trilogy. The third book ended it, and not only did they end it, they put an epilogue that talked about what happened to all the characters through the rest of their lives, which it was a great send off. I really, really, it was probably my favorite ending so far of a book I've read this year. And last but not least, the Grand Game series by Tom Elliott. I don't know if I reviewed all 4, if I just read the last couple that have come out so far this year, but awesome. It's probably my 4th favorite lit RPG series, period. Ongoing one. I absolutely love it. Absolutely awesome. So, guys, you guys should check these books out. I believe, well, not quite all of them because Michael Mersaw is out there, but for the most part, they're also written by indie authors, and these books are just fantastic. So check them out, guys. Check them out. Check the links down below. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will catch you next time. Bye now.